Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Nexus Podcast. Today I'm going to share my thoughts on The Mandalorian Season 3. And just a quick heads up, this does contain some spoilers. And yeah, I'm sure all of you have seen this anyway, so I don't even know why I need to say that. However, if you haven't seen it yet, which I'd be surprised, if you want to see my non-spoiler reviews on each individual episode this season, check out my Instagram, link to the description below. We post loads of these reviews every other day. I try to. I've been busy recently, but every other day or so I post reviews, so please go check out my Instagram. Anyways, moving on, The Mandalorian Season 3 was decent. I'll just make that broad statement there. It definitely was the weakest out of the 3 seasons, and there are quite a few things I want to address regarding the show. I'll start with what was wrong with the show and then go on to the positive. The first thing I want to talk about is the idea of filler storylines and filler episodes that we have had throughout this season. I think almost everyone can agree that we've had some filler moments this season of The Mandalorian. For example, the Jack Black and Lizzo episodes, which took 40 minutes of our time and had little to no relevance to the entire trajectory of the 3rd season as a whole, except probably for the last 10 minutes. But still, that 30 minutes before, it was irrelevant, let's be honest. And to add to that, whilst these plot points were connected in episodes 7 and 8, there were a lot more useless episodes. They were still good fun. Okay, you could sit through them, but they just weren't going anywhere. I don't know, it felt like the season just didn't connect the first half of the season. It was like side quest after side quest. We weren't getting anywhere in terms of the season's overall plot and the story that the writers wanted to tell. And now thinking about it a few weeks after the finale, I'll be honest, everything just felt a little rushed. All the plot lines were just a bunch of fun, but I didn't really feel any threats for our characters during these episodes, and it kind of felt like a PG old Marvel or DC superhero plot where nothing really goes too wrong or lopsided and everything ends up well by the end of the episode. The way they were connected together wasn't bad, but I just felt the writers could have done a better job. It just felt lazy sometimes. And with everything going on at Disney at the moment in terms of reception and how they're responding to their fans, I'm not really too surprised that this was the case for The Mandalorian Season 3. I felt like there was just a bit more care from the writers. This could have turned a decent season to actually a really good one, allowing us to actually compare it to the quality of season 1 and season 2. Another negative I do want to mention was the idea of Din Djarin being neglected. Now I did see this arise in a lot of Reddit discussions and it really did irritate me too. And I felt like this was Bo-Katan and Bo-Katan's season 1. I'm not going to lie to you guys, for the most of the season it wasn't Din Djarin's show and it wasn't Grogu's story, it was pretty much Bo-Katan. Now, I know some people won't mind this, and it didn't bother me too much, but it was slightly getting irritating at some points, especially in the finale. I felt that. I mean, I don't mind Bo-Katan as a character, but I really wish we focused on Din and Grogu a bit more throughout the whole season, because let's be real here, without them, it's literally nothing. I think it got to the point that people even thought they were going to kill Din off because he was sided off as a character that much. I'm all ears for a Bo-Katan spin-off show with her as the main character, but please Disney, if you can hear this, save the Mandalorian's focus for Din and Grogu's arc, and just nothing else. Now, everything that I mentioned here was specifically before episode 7. Now, from episode 7 onwards, I was amazed. I enjoyed everything, and I'm not gonna lie, episode 7 easily goes into my top 5 Mandalorian episodes. It was great. It had everything. It had emotion, character development, fast story, and the return of Moff Gideon as well. It also brought Din and Grogu more screen time and more relevance in the story, which is great. And although there were some scenes where Bo-Katan stole the show with her wielding the darksaber, this was all fun, but I really wish Din had the darksaber for episode 8 and some of episode 7, and he wasn't sided away again. Talking about the season 3 finale, episode 8 itself, now, I'm fine with it. It could have been much better, but it was still pretty decent. Episode 7 left me with so much hype for the finale and high expectations, however they just weren't met, to be honest. I really thought we were going to get a massive reveal, some exploration into the clones that Gideon was creating, more motive, detail behind them, and maybe, I know this sounds like a stretch, but maybe an introduction to Thrawn and some details about the Mandalorian spies, but no, there was nothing about it. Moff Gideon was taken out in a pretty cliche way for me, and although the finale was fun, it could have been a little bit better. My highest praise though goes to the visuals and the fight scenes in episodes 7 and 8, and honestly they were incredible. It's like Disney was saving everything to these last 2 episodes. The scene where we had all the Mandalorians come down to Gideon's base and fight the troopers, it was just insane. Bo-Katan's darksaber fight was a visual feast, and suits such as Moff Gideon and the Praetorian Guards were fabulous, and you could see time and effort were put into those. But The story itself, though, there wasn't much dedicated to that, and if time went into that, we could have got a little bit more well thought out and ultimately a better season and finale as a whole. Ultimately, whilst neglecting aspects of season 1 and 2, season 3 was weaker and rushed, yet still enjoyable through its stunning visuals, fun plot points, and gripping fight scenes that would make any Star Wars fan satisfied. Anyway, that's all I have to say for The Mandalorian season 3, and with that, I'll give it an 8.2 out of 10. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what you guys thought of the season of The Mandalorian in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned. Peace.